system. The slides include testes, epididymis, the front ductus, and the prostate gland. The first slide is the testes. As you know, the testes from the outside has a thick capsule called chronical virginia. You can see this capsule from the outside. Chronical virginia. Dense connective tissue with the collagen fibers. Inside, then we have the cross section from the seminiferous tubules. Because the seminiferous tubules are the convoluted torches, all of the section you can see they are the cross section from the seminiferous tubules. The space between the tubules filled with the loose connective tissue called interstitial tissue. Within that we can see some interstitial cells. I will show you with more magnification. Within the tubules, you can see the germinal epithelium or spermatogenic epithelium, and it's the stratified, unusual stratified epithelium with different types of spermatogenic lineage and one cell, the Sertoli cell. Let me magnify. Between the tubules, as I said, we have the interstitial tissue. Within the interstitial tissue, we have some acidophilic cell with the red cytoplasm, like these cells. This one. Outside of the seminiferous tubule, these are the interstitial cells. They produce the testosterone. Cluster of them. Number of these cells between the tubules, the interstitial cells. Around the lumen of seminiferous tubules is the stratified epithelium. You can see at least 5 or 6 layers of the cell with nuclei. Immediately around that we have a dense connective tissue with the myeloid cells. Magnified. These flattened cells, like this one, are around immediately around or here. These are the myeloid cells with the contractile properties. Within the spermatogenic epithelium or the germinal epithelium, we have different types of cells, spermatogenic lineage and one Sertoli cells. Sertoli cells has a light staining nucleus. You can see one of them here. Let me more magnify it. You can better see under the microscope because we have the camera problem here. One of them is this cell, a light staining nucleus and prominent nucleolus. But the other cell, you can see they don't have the nucleolus. They have a dark staining the nuclei, spermatogenic lineage. But the Sertoli cells, like this one, they have a light staining nucleus and prominent nucleolus. By this way, we can recognize the Sertoli cells from the spermatogenic lineage. Then, this part, all of these cells are the spermatogonia cells. The first line of the cell. Then, you can see some large nuclei like this one. These are the primary spermatocyte. Near the lumen, the size of the nuclei decrease. For example, these cells. These are the early spermatid near the lumen. And also we have the late spermatid or the before completely maturation cells. Let me find late spermatid. These cells are the early spermatid. Primary spermatocyte, Sartori cells,
interstitial cells, Sertoli cells,
What's the difference from the other structure? Because the vas deferens has a narrow lumen but very thick wall because of the at least 3 layer of the smooth muscle cell. Here you can see the epithelium and folding of the mucosa. Mucosa means the epithelium underlying connective tissue. So we have the folding of that and the epithelium pseudo-stratified. Then we have the inner longitudinal, middle circular, and the outer longitudinal with more magnification. Epithelium again is the pseudo-stratified, like the epithelium, underlying connective tissue, together called mucosa, with 3 layers of the muscle. Inner longitudinal, why we call it longitudinal? You can see the section from the smooth muscles is the cross. So we have a round nucleus. Then the shape of cell change to the elongated, means we have the circular. And again change to the round. You can see this part. Again outer longitudinal, middle circular,
inner longitudinal,
and inner longitudinal. So we have a very thick, smooth muscle cell. By this way we can recognize that is there was deferens. Okay, see your slide. There a smooth muscle cell, but this one is a fibroblast, so-called fibromuscular stroma. And the gland, epithelium of the gland, as I said, some parties we have the pseudo-stratified, some places maybe you can see the simple cuboidal.
Cuboidal.
Epithelium. Within the lumen of the gland, or the prostate stone, prostate concretion, or the corpora amylacea. The name of this stone within the prostate, within the lumen of the gland, 2 of them you can see in the lumen. With increasing the age, number of this stone also increase. Only I can find in this place, but some of the slide has a more. Again, a stone or the prostatic concretion within the lumen of the glands. Simple cuboidal epithelium here, fibromuscular stroma, and some places like this, pseudo-stratified epithelium. When the gland is active, they have the pseudo-stratified epithelium. When they are inactive, they have the simple cuboidal. See your slide.